So have you guys faced some common setup issues with PocketMine but haven't gotten them answered for me yet? Well guys, in today's video I'm going to be answering some of the most common setup questions that I get asked that maybe can answer your guys' comments. So let's get right into it. So yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. It's me, your boy TechnoT, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys some of the basic PocketMine related comments that I get that are pretty easy to fix. So let's get right into it. Now, this is the first set of comments that I want to talk about. The PHP download. It's not available anymore. I completely get it, guys. It might not be available, but that's not on me. That's on the devs. And I really wish they pushed out an updated link to the hyperlink that I gave you guys originally, but they didn't. But no need to fret, guys. I'm not misleading you here. You can literally just head over to your web browser, go over to Get PocketMine MP, click on Getting PHP for your server, and then from there, right here where it says Flavor of PHP, the downloads, you just click on that, and then if you click on the Jenkins server and click over to PHP 7.4 right here, and then choose your platform. Mine is going to be Windows, so I'm just going to quickly just download this PHP right here, PHP 7.4. 64-bit, and once it's finished downloading, guys, you guys just want to drag it here, and then from there you just want to right click and extract all. And once that's finished extracting, you'll get this right here, this handy dandy folder with our bin and our VC underscore redistribute 64. Now, if you guys don't know if you guys have VC already on your computer, just double click and run it. If you do and you know it, great, you're set. All you need to do is drag out this bin right here to the desktop, and boom, there's your bin folder that you need for your PocketMine server. So I'm just going to head back over here, and then I'm just going to go over to GitHub releases, and then I'm just going to download the source code.zip. And once that's finished, I'm just going to drag it over here, right click, extract all, and then we're just going to extract. And once you've extracted PocketMine, the source code, I'm just going to drag it over here to my desktop. And once you have that, you want to just drag this bin folder that we got from the PHP website to PocketMine right here. Double click on that, and then once you're here, you'll notice that it is there, and when you try to click on the start.cmd, it doesn't give you a PHP not found. Now here, this is also a very common issue. It's saying PocketMine.phar is not found, and in this case, what you're going to need to do is just click any key to continue, and then you should be able to exit out, and then right here, you will see back on the GitHub page a PocketMine-mp.phar, and you want to just click on that, download it, and then you want to just drag it in. Now, when you drag it in, double click on your PocketMine-mp folder, and now when you click on start, it'll start PocketMine like normal, and then you can go through the setup process and do all of that. Now I'm just going to close out of it right here, and now, a lot of you guys have gotten this issue, and it's a very common one, which you can fix very easily, right? So, I already have PocketMine-mp.phar in here. Now, what if there's an updated version of the PocketMine-phar file? Now, if you guys click on it, you guys will notice right away, you see there's a difference right here, PocketMine-mp.phar, while this one says PocketMine-mp1.phar. Now watch this, when I drag it into my PocketMine folder, you'll notice that there is a PocketMine.phar, and then there's also PocketMine1.phar. Now you usually delete the old phar file, and then you want to start your server. Oh no, we broke it. No guys, don't freak out yet, because what you guys did was you guys literally just dragged in a renamed version. The file that's the phar needs to be named exactly like this, PocketMine.phar. Exactly like that, and click on enter, and then start, and you'll notice the server starts up properly. So it needs to be named properly. That's a big issue that I've gotten a lot in the comment section saying it's not working. Yes, it does. You just got to rename it, and it's also got to be in the right location. So hopefully that clears up that issue. Now let's move on to the next one. Now, this is a comment that I get asked about a lot, and it is, how do we edit the RAM for our server? Now, let me show you how to do that. It's actually very simple. We're just you want to go over to PocketMine right here, and when you click on start.cmd, you want to make sure you have your server fully set up. So give me one moment here as I set it up. And when this Windows Defender firewall pops up, you want to make sure that both of these are clicked, FYI, because I know that's where some of the issues happen for people who are having issues with their server being public as well. And once we have our server running, just type in stop. So to change your RAM, all you need to do is go over here to PocketMine.yml. Once you open that up, you should see right here, memory. This is going to be the minimum and maximum amount of RAM that your server can handle. Now the value you want to edit is, once right here where it says main hard limit, it's set to 1 gig. Now these are all set in megabytes, not gigabytes. So if you want it to be 2 gigs, you need to add another 1024 to this, which is, you guessed it, 2048. And then you can go up from there. Now, if you do this and your server crashes, that means your computer cannot allocate that much amount of RAM to your server. Now to check how much RAM you can allocate to your server, all you're going to need to do is just go over to your Windows icon right here, right click to start, go to system, and right here under installed RAM, it should give you your amount of RAM. Now right here on my system, I have 8 gigs of RAM. What does that mean? Well, I have 8 gigs of RAM that is available for me installed. Not all those 8 gigs are going to be available to be used. There is a certain amount that Windows does take in reserve. That means if you have 8 gigs, you should only allocate 1 to 2 gigabytes. The best way to kind of estimate how much your PC can handle with your server in terms of your RAM limit is going to be dividing it by 4. So if you have a 16 gigabyte PC, I would recommend just only using 4 gigs at the maximum. If you have 8 gigs, only use 2 gigs at the maximum. If you have 32 gigs, only use 8 gigs as the maximum. That's just my recommendation. You guys don't need to follow that specific limit. Feel free to go off of whichever tangent limit that you guys want to go off of, but that's just a little bit of advice from me. But I'm gonna set it back to 1024, as that is how my server is going to run on my PC, because I have so much open in the background. Now, the next question I get a lot is, how can I invite my friends to my server? Now, you guys need to do 2 things before you guys can actually invite your friends to your server. You need to, I think this is pretty obvious, but you need to actually have your PocketMine set up fully on your local network, and you are able to test it out. Everything runs smoothly when you open up Minecraft, when you're able to get into the server, everything's fine. So once you've basically figured out that your server does run on your local IP and it is fully up and running, you want to make sure then you port forward your server. Now I do have a video to a very general list of steps to go through with port forwarding. Now take this video with a grain of salt. I know a lot of people take the port forwarding video word for word. Guys, it's going to be different per router, and I always recommend that you guys Google up your router, see how to port forward, and literally go about their guide. If the manufacturer has a guide, hey, that's amazing, because that'll come in handy. But you guys want to be extra careful when you guys are, giving out your public IP. You don't want to hand it out to just about anybody, because then, people can DDoS attack you. So just keep that in mind. Now I'm just going to stop this. Now this is another question. How do I get my IP? Well, guys, that is a good question. If you guys are on Windows, I believe I mentioned this in the video as well. You literally just go over to CMD, and then once you're in CMD, you literally just type in ipconfig, exactly like this. It'll be your IPv4, which for me is going to be 192.168.1 and then dot whatever. That's going to be your local IP. Do not look at your default gateway. Your default gateway isn't your device's local IP. Hopefully that clears it up. So if you guys are on mobile, I explained it in the PocketMine mobile video. It's basically, you just look at the PocketMine app terminal and it literally gives you your IP. So just double check that video as well if you guys are still confused there. This is a question that I get a lot when the PHP or the Phar file updates. when the Phar file updates and you try to join your server, then it's going to say outdated. Now, sadly, I can't update that because I'm not one of the devs, so you're just going to need to watch out for the next available update. Until then, I would recommend not updating your Minecraft. If you guys have your device set for auto update on certain apps, I'd recommend disabling that. When there is a new update to Minecraft, there isn't going to be always a new update for PocketMine directly afterwards. Sometimes it might take a week or two, depending on the speed of the devs. Once again, it's primarily on the devs that they need to put out their specific content faster, so I can't really help you out with this specifically, but basically it's just telling you you're running a newer version of Minecraft, your server is running an older version. I didn't realize this video was going to be long, so part 2 will be coming out shortly. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining me in part 1. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I helped to fix a few of your guys' PocketMine related issues. But anyway, I'll catch you all in the next one. Stay fierce. Bye, guys.